Hi, I'm Michaela, and this week I'm asking, how can we use digital technology in the classroom to help with assessing students? So there's lots of ways you can teach lessons, have kids present their work, show their learning, but the next step is how can we use technologies to assess that learning and make sure that how we're teaching with the technologies is actually working and achieving our goals and all of that. So one thing that is really important so that both the teacher and students are on the same page with what is involved in an assignment is rubrics. And that is really important when it comes to assessment in the end, but also for helping students while they're progressing through an assignment or a lesson or a goal or anything like that. So if we create rubrics that are live on, say, something like Google Docs, then that allows both the teacher and students to give to edit it, to change it, have that conversation. This makes sense, this doesn't, this seems fair, this doesn't. And it also allows teachers to give continuous feedback through an assignment so that students know they're on the right track or what they could be doing better or how they're doing, and it's not just a surprise at the very end. Formal assessment, so the kind of tests and things that people think of as assessment. Often, there's lots of different tools for doing kind of quiz-like things, so we can create tests or quizzes on Google Forms. We can do clicker quizzes. Even those don't necessarily have to be grades that we're giving the students, but just say at the end of a lesson we could do a clicker quiz just to see where we're at for general understanding, how much of the class is actually getting the concept we're trying to teach. So that's something that's really helpful. There's also Smart, same company that makes smartboards. Smart has response quizzes that go with their technologies as well. So there's a ton of different quiz-like technologies and things that go with that same idea. Another thing that's important with assessment is putting those marks out there in a way that kids can continuously access them and their parents too. Once again, so it's not a surprise at the end. It's not just something that they're getting on a report card. It's something that they always know how they're doing, what their progress is. So there's lots of different programs like logic programs, D2L, Blackboard, that allow instructors or teachers to post grades, post feedback, comments, and give you overall averages, things like that, so that kids know where they're at. Another way is portfolios, so kids can share what they've been assessed on, share their work, keep track of what they're doing well on by putting it in their portfolio. I think that there's probably a lot more in assessment, but right now I feel like I have a better understanding of how we can use technology to teach and for kids to show their learning, so how we can use it to facilitate learning. And I think it's a little bit harder to come up with how we can use technology to assess. So I'm really interested in hearing lots of ideas from my classmates and learning more about using digital technologies for assessment. Thanks for watching.